Welcome back to Windsong Intuition. This is going to be a walkthrough / review of the Earth Wisdom Oracle, and this was a request from somebody on my Facebook page. If you haven't gone to my Facebook page, just type in Windsong Intuition and it should pop up. Somebody saw the picture I posted of my collection, and I said, if you want to see anything in depth, let me know. And somebody had specifically requested this Earth Wisdom Oracle, and this is a fairly new deck for me. I've had it less than a year, but it has become one of my go-to Oracle decks. It's small but powerful, and as you can see, the box is really small, so you can just tuck it away and carry it with you, which I really, really like. It's really beautifully set up. It's got the string to pull out here. Put that on top. And I like oracles that you don't necessarily need the book for, and this one you don't. It has the affirmations down at the bottom, and the images themselves are really easy to read intuitively if you're like me and an intuitive reader. But the reason I like this book, other than the fact that it's really small and it can fit inside the box, so you don't have this big bulky book that doesn't really go with, carry around with the deck, it's really insightful, and it's not done in a way where reading it is sort of a chore. It's very short and sweet and to the point. It's got a flower or a plant along with a crystal, and then a really short message. And I like that because sometimes there are things in the book that maybe you haven't figured out how to word what's coming across, or you didn't think of that, but it strikes a chord when you read it and know that's part of the message. And so I like going through the book because somebody took the time and the effort to do this, to do the book, and so I really like referring to it sometimes. I don't always refer to it, but I do sometimes. So this was created by Barbara Moore, and the artwork is by Cristina Scagliotti, and this is a low Scarabeo deck, and I believe it came out in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. I believe so. Yeah, you can tell it's low Scarabeo because it's got the other languages in it. 2017. Okay, so we'll pull this aside and take a look at those backs. Isn't that beautiful? Definitely feel earthy when you look at it. And these are not in order because I do use this deck, so it is not in any particular order. I'd actually meant to sit down and put them in order for you, but I didn't. And I'm not familiar with numerology. I don't have a vast knowledge of numerology. I do know what certain numbers have a certain significance, but if any of you can tell me if the specific number that they're given has to do with the actual meaning of the card, or if it was just they just threw a number on there so that you could look it up in the book, let me know, because I'm interested to know that. But as you can see, this is the big picture, and I love the artwork. That artwork is gorgeous. It's really easy to read intuitively from that. Freedom. Now, when I did a message for somebody, this one was about becoming stagnant to the point where you're almost just like a rock and sitting there and you need to break free from it. And it was combined with a healing from grief. And it was really powerful, those messages together. And as you can see, there's not a lot of cards in it, but it's just, you get a lot of the messages out of this. A really great. Blessed sight. Understanding. Look at the faces on the rocks. Prosperity. Divine light. Oh, it's even got the harp in there. Shadow treasures. I love this one. Self-acceptance. Joy. Wouldn't that make us happy, just to be able to sit in an environment like that? Rest. Heal thyself. As you can see, this, the tree is a continual theme. Boundaries. Divine Love, Clear Aura. I really like that. I like how the light's coming out of the symbols. Communication. When you look in here, you can see the animals here, the bobcat, the deer, wolf. Practical intuition. Transformation. Divine connection. Grace. Clarity. You can see that's the card they used for their cover in their book. And I often get with this one, with the clarity, if I'm not reading out of the book, I'm getting that sometimes having those other people and getting their input brings that clarity. So that's one of the messages I've sometimes gotten with that card. Nurture. So I like how even though it's not the most detailed pictures, you know, there's little hidden things in there that you can really get a lot from. Inspiration. Truth. I got one that's a couple of them that are upside down. Like I said, I use this deck, so they've gotten shuffled around. Creativity. Healing grief. And this one tends to come up a lot when I use this deck. So that seems to be one of the primary purposes of me having this deck, is to help people work through their grief. Divine protection. Awareness. You can almost get the traditional tarot moon card from the towers and the moon. Go with the flow. See all those little symbols in there. Responsibility. Relief. Heart healing. I like how they use the weeping hearts there for their heart healing. And strength. Yeah, so I will show you in the book what I mean about. So you have the bleeding heart, which is the flower there. I call it the weeping heart, but it's bleeding heart. Heals broken hearts and wounds caused through relationship issues. And then emeralds, you can see it's got the emeralds there, are tiny brilliant crystals of emotional healing. A broken heart is one of the hardest wounds to heal because we often go about it wrong, acting stoically, lashing out in anger, or indulging in non-productive self-pity, and consequently distract ourselves from actually feeling the emotions. Feel your honest emotions, honor them, and release them, making way for true healing. And then the little affirmation they give you is, my heart hurts, I feel the pain, and name the source of it. I allow myself to experience it, even though it is hard. I honor the experience of my heart. I release the pain. Because a lot of times we try so hard to just avoid the feeling altogether. And see, just from looking at this, you can read intuitively from it, but that little bit from the book just lets you know, you have to feel the emotion to let it pass, so to purge it out, so to speak. So, I mean, as you can see, it's a really small deck, and it's really powerful. And I really feel like if you were to get this deck, that it would read just as beautifully for you and just as accurately. It's a direct message, but it's soft. It doesn't, kind of beat you over the head with it, but it's to the point. And I've really gotten a lot of healing messages out of this deck. So if you get the opportunity at all, or you see this, I don't see it used very much by any other readers. So if you happen to see this deck out, I highly recommend it, because it's a fabulous deck. So I really hope you enjoyed this really short walkthrough, but you've gotten to see the artwork, and I told you a little bit about it, and I really hope you enjoyed that. And come back and see some of my other videos. And I'm going to be doing a lot of other walkthroughs of the different decks that I have. So if you see my first video and you see a deck in there that you want me to do a walkthrough of, just post it down in the comments, and I'll certainly oblige you and do that for you. All right, I hope you have a really great day.